My name is Kinlee and I'm a freshman at Crockett County High School in Alamo, Tennessee. Today, I will be presenting my FCCLA Career Investigation Project for Virtual District STAR events. Teachers are arguably the most important members of our society. They give children purpose, set them up for success as citizens of our world, and inspire in them a drive to do well and succeed in life. The children of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and teachers are that critical point that makes a child ready for their future. In turn, good teachers make great nations. This fall, I had the opportunity to take my first Family and Consumer Science class, Introduction to Human Studies, at CCHS. I initially wanted to take the class to learn more about my personal development and learn to cook. Once the class started, one of the first topics was the 16 different career clusters. We took a survey based upon activities that we enjoy and personal qualifications that best describe us. Each box aligned with a specific career cluster. My results show that education and training was the best fit for me. In human studies, we also learn that everyone has their own unique personality type, and this affects their daily attitudes and actions. I learned that I'm a golden retriever. No, I don't actually bark or bite, but I do exhibit some of the good qualities of this type of personality. I tend to be very patient and empathetic with others. I'm tremendously loyal and always put people before projects. With those natural strengths, I also have weaknesses such as being over-accommodating, avoiding confrontation, and being indecisive. Knowing my personality types, it's beneficial so that I know my own personal strengths and weaknesses, so that I can work towards being a better communicator and worker. During my time in human studies, I decided that I wanted to participate in an FCCLA STAR event. Career investigation stood out to me because it would allow me to work independently and help me plan for the future. The career investigation seemed like a great event. I let my advisor know and we started a plan. Using the FCCLA planning process, of course, while talking with my advisors and my family, we began listening and discussing careers that I might find interesting. Together, we narrowed down my list and chose my top 3 choices. After careful consideration of these 3, I narrowed it down and chose to research more about becoming a teacher. Now, it was time to set my goal. My goal states, I will investigate the career of an elementary education teacher while completing the requirements for my FCCLA STAR event project. Once this project is complete, I will have better understanding of an elementary education teacher does, and upon completion, known if I want to move forward with this specific career path. Like all good things, it can't be done without a plan. My advisors and I set up a time after school to work on my STAR event. I was responsible for ensuring that I met the deadlines set forth by my advisor. I completed each section by its deadline. The career cluster survey and personality test was the easiest because I had completed them in class. After this portion was completed, I began career research using reliable sources to investigate various items about an elementary school teacher using the online occupational Outlook handbook. To discover the basic job description of an elementary school teacher, which states, a teacher's purpose is to teach and help kids learn life lessons and skills to use in their everyday lives, as well as in their future careers. Teachers do many things. Most of all, they teach the kids the important subjects and lessons they need in their everyday lives. Many teachers do this in different ways, but a lot use hands-on approach to help the students understand concept and develop critical thinking skills. They must have good communication skills to be able to talk to the parents about their child's progress. They must be able to control their students' behavior in class. Teachers also have to meet certain qualifications to teach. They must have a bachelor's degree in education and a good grade point average upon graduation. They also must pass a test called the Praxis in order to receive their teaching license for the subject and grade level. Finally, they must pass a background check. I was also glad to discover during my research that employment of teachers grade K through 6 is expected to rise in the next 10 years. As a result, they will need more K through 6 teachers. One of my reservations about becoming a teacher is that I always have heard that teachers don't make enough money, so I was quite surprised when I learned an actual teacher's salary. After seeing these numbers, I was quite encouraged. Then I realized that pay for teachers greatly depends on the city and state you're teaching in, and in rural areas, it is way much lower. My aunt is a 3rd grade teacher at Dyer County Elementary School, and I decided to interview her. I learned from my aunt that there are several qualities that are needed for one to become a good teacher. She said that being patient, flexible, understanding, and willing to always learn new things are good qualities to have to be an amazing teacher. She states that there are always ups and downs. You have your good days and you have your bad days. After my interview with my aunt, I contacted Miss Ann Kate Ward, a teacher at a local elementary school, to see if I could shadow her for a day. I job shadowed her on November 30th. On November 30th, I arrived at 7:20 and we supervised the kids in the cafeteria. The first thing I noticed, how loud elementary students can be. They were very energetic. I had several of my younger brother's friends from 1st grade come to me and ask me a million questions. At 8:05, she had her first student, a 1st grader, come in and she worked with him on his letters, sounds, and words. She mentioned that not every day is the same. She has other students she helps work with who follow a different schedule. Next, we went into a 1st grade classroom and worked in a small group. We practiced spelling words with them and the sounds of the letters within the words. It was apparent that each student was vastly different in terms of ability. After leaving the 1st grade classroom, we picked up 2 kindergartners and worked with them on letters and sounds. I got to work with them on both numbers, letters, and spelling. Each student has different letters to focus on and each have different spelling lists. After a short break, she gets 2 2nd grade girls that are struggling at different rates. One is being considered for special education services. After that, Mrs. and Kate had some planning time and lunch. After lunch, we helped 2 4th grade girls and 3 5th graders. The majority of her day is spending with reading interventions, but later in the afternoon, she focuses on math with some of the same students again. I really enjoyed helping. I'm so glad that I got to experience hands-on time with the kids and got to be like an actual teacher. I truly enjoyed job shadowing so much that I've decided I want to focus on elementary special education. After such special day job shadowing, I decided to start mapping my future. I plan on taking similar classes that relate to education and training. I plan on taking the Human Service Practicum during my junior year that will allow me to work with local elementary teachers during the day. I also plan to participate in a work-based learning during my senior year that I can work again with teachers at various schools. I plan on having a 3.5 or higher GPA and having a 22 or higher on the ACT. I hope to take college classes in my junior and senior year of high school. I want to graduate and go to the University of Alabama. I plan on going there and majoring in education with an emphasis in elementary special education. I would like to get my bachelor's degree and also my master's in special education. Then I would like to go and work at a public elementary school. Thank you for your time.